friends, you're watching ReSo Research Sociology, and this is Surinder speaking. So I want to talk about a very important topic today. It's about climate change. We talk about and hear about sustainability. We talk and hear about, once again, on eco-anxiety and eco-distress. These are recent terminologies which have entered human society, and there's an experience also by a lot of people around the globe. I'm talking about they experience and suffer by eco-anxiety and eco-distress. Why? Because we get to hear a lot about climate change, and of course things are massively and hugely changing in terms of like depletion and deterioration of climate because of our overactivities. Different globalization is also one of the reasons, but if it is taken negatively, of course it is one of the reasons. But globalization, when it comes to economic centricism, of course it is a problem, but at the same time globalization can also assist us when it is ecological globalization. So we must understand how things can happen. Of course we are trying to aim at betterment and development, but these betterment and development kind of things must be qualitative. There must be a qualitative development, there must be a qualitative betterment. If we are looking for that, we must have sustainability. That is what we've been sort of thinking when we talk about climate change across the globe. I'm talking about, and it's once again collectivism which is required. Of course individualism is to be there, but at the same time there must be collectivity in order to cope up with climate change. And that's what I've also worked on my research paper recently published, and it is also there in the database of Web of Science, ResearchGate, and Mentally, and many other database. What I just want to tell you that the typology of natural disasters I've worked upon, and that was one of my research work in the state of Uttarakhand. And then I figured out, of course, human factors very much important when we want to have sustainability and want to handle and tackle climate change. That human component is very much indispensable and imperative, and our efforts have to be there. The grassroots participation by local community and regional community, and at the same time the global community is very, very important when you talk about causing awareness. It may be implementing projects, it may be changing mindsets, it may be working in people's psychology, or there must be some physical changes, whatever you want to talk about. Even there must be some interventions which you can call at grassroots levels. Things are happening, then only we should be able to handle the climate change and tackle with it in a very constructive way, so that we can secure, we can manage, and we can really protect our community and our lives as well. This is what my perception is. So I'm still working on different research papers, and let's see how things happen. I'll once again share those informations with you and my extractions, and the very results of my research once they're published finally. I'm still working on those research papers and my projects, but it's most of the things when come across suddenly, or when we apply those scientific methodologies and patterns of studies, most of the informations we come across, and a major chunk of that certainly becomes an eye-opening thing for us. And it is important for us not just to pick up understandings and learnings, but at the same time make them implementable in our society, in our life, in a mindset. Because what is there in a mindset, that is also important, and what is there in physicality, that is also important. Because merely just talking about things without empiricism, hypostatizing, and just merely talking something ontologism, it's not going to help, because it's not just metaphysicality of climate change we are trying to address. At the same time there is some real damage, concrete damage. It's not a synthetic problem. So the answer or the addressing pattern of it should be real, should be concrete, not synthetic kind of thing. So that is what I just wanted to talk about. Thanks a lot listening, watching. This is once again Dr. Surinder Kumar.